What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we're going to tuck ourselves in to a live game and just see how this new patch is. The new patch has dropped. The patch notes are as follows. First of all, welcome. Thank you for being here. Drop a thumbs up. Let's try and smash 3,000 likes on today's Road to Glory episode. That would be very much appreciated. Hey FIFA fans. Hey FIFA fans. The latest title update for FIFA 18 is now available on PC and Xbox One and now PS4. This update includes the following. Made the following changes in gameplay. After kickoff, the defending team will be more compact in defense. Their attacking players will be less aggressive in pushing up the field. Their defensive players will close the space between them and their attacking players to reduce the gap in and limit the attacking team's space. And whilst that's great, that just for me opens up a world of questions that I don't think EA are prepared to listen to, but we're going to discuss them here today anyway. Address the following issues in gameplay. Goalkeepers unnecessarily clearing the ball when it was passed in certain situations. The following changes have been made for all FUT Champions Weekend League matches. All matches will now take place in the FEWC Stadium. The time of day will be set to night and the weather will be set to clear. The pre-match screens will no longer display this, blah blah blah. We've gone through that, we've done it. We've been through that before. The player fitness and squad fitness search filters now work correctly. As the same with contract and manager contract, the specialities displayed for some informed players in the team management screens of a FUT online match were incorrect. This was a visual issue only with no impact on gameplay. They didn't say that they fixed that, they just said that it was a visual glitch only. So I don't know if they've changed that, and then the rest of it is just changed to like not really much. But the thing that's most important to me, I don't have full fitness on my squad, but it's near full fitness, so we should be okay. We're going to play a live game, a live Division 1 game. After I respond to this in my feedback and thoughts, we're going to go get into some comments from the comment section. But the thing that's most interesting to me, I mean, first of all, I'm super chuffed, super happy that they've changed the thing, right? But what is really intriguing to me is that after kickoff, the defending team will become more compact in defense. Okay. How long for? And under what circumstances? If I pass backwards immediately... Ooh, this guy's won Division 1 before. If I pass backwards immediately... Is that Division 1 kit? Hey, who cares? If I lose, I just want to test out the new patch. I don't care if I lose. I'm probably going to lose. It's not really a phase to me. I just want to like grab some kind of understanding for the new patch. But let's take a look at this guy's team. Not a bad team at all. So yeah, their attacking players will be less aggressive in pushing up the field. Again, how long for? Their defensive players will close the space between them and their attacking players to reduce the gap and limit the attacking team space. Again, how long for? But more importantly, why? Why is the answer to make the players less aggressive in pushing up the field? On top of that, why is the answer to make them close space between them and the attacking players? And lastly, if you've implemented something that makes people close the space, if you've implemented something that makes people close the space after kickoff, why do they not close the space at all times? Why does my team? Because what they're saying by saying their defensive players will close the space between them and their attacking players to reduce the gap to limit the attacking team's space. Why doesn't my team close that space anyway? What's going on here? And what this does is this opens the question to me to say, and this is going to sound crazy coming from me, but to say what else are they manipulating based on certain things at certain times? Because quite clearly here, it's good defending that is. Quite clearly here, they're saying that after kickoff, we've made them basically more awake. The players now, they're able to understand that they need to close gaps. They're going to drop off a little bit, and they're basically just not going to act like absolute specialtons. But what? How can you quantify that? Like, do they just get a temporary boost in stats for a few minutes? And again, this is why it's important to know how long for. How long does this change last for? Does it last for a few end game minutes? Does it last for a period of time? Does it last for, like, is it once I cross the halfway line, is that where it ends? If I pass backwards, is that where it ends? And it's really interesting to me that what we get out of this is, hey guys, we're manipulating the game after kickoff to stop people being able to score directly from kickoff. And that worries me a lot because, like I say, at what point now then do they manipulate the game at all other times. As you guys know, I'm a firm disbeliever of scripting, handicap, and momentum. I don't believe it exists in the slightest, right? I don't believe, at the very least, I don't believe EA manipulate the game to favour somebody. Because the kickoff thing here, as we can tell, is not to favour a particular person. It's not to favour somebody who's good or somebody who's bad. It's to favour somebody who's just conceded a goal. And you don't have to be good nor bad to have conceded a goal, right? So what we're saying here is that, hey, once you've conceded, you get a boost in stats or a boost in your player... Oh, that was a bad mistake. A boost in your player ability for a brief period of time, or a boost in the way your players behave for a brief period of time after kickoff. That's not because you've got a million wins or a million losses. That's not because you've spent FIFA points. It's literally just because you've conceded a goal. So again, you know, apologies for reiterating myself, but I have to because I'm playing live and it's always a bit more difficult. Again, if they're able to do this from kickoff, what else are they doing this in? Is this one of those situations where from corners your players lose the ability to man mark for a brief period of time? Because I concede so many goals from counter-attacks, or, you know, when you concede possession, when the possession turns over, do your players not run as quickly for a few minutes? Because it always seems that, you know, obviously counter-attacks are hit from here. And it's shocking to me that EA have just opened up a world where they are absolutely admitting to manipulating the way the players behave for a small period of time, instead of just having them behave as they should always behave at all times. And it's just a surprise to me. I'm really struggling to get... The passing in this game feels a little bit different, but I'm really struggling to get in behind this guy here. Yeah, see, this guy's struggling with passing as well. He's made a few really strange passing decisions. He's playing like super defensive as well. He's like just laying off and allowing his defense to defend for him, which is absolutely okay. I do the same thing myself. Should be a goal. Ooh, good block. Should have taken another touch there. That's my bad. So yeah, it's weird to me, man. It really does confuse me that they're happy to admit that, because I don't think that they've necessarily understood that they've admitted that themselves. Because if they do manipulate things, no matter how much or little, the last thing they want to do is tell people about it, right? Because then it just comes back to that whole scripting, handicap, momentum thing existing. And as I say, I don't believe that they handicap people. I don't believe that they script this game to favour a person. But I absolutely can believe that they changed the way... I can believe that they changed the properties of the game from scenario to scenario, not to favour any one particular person, but just to keep the game in a situation where it plays efficiently and effectively. These players just won't... He should have scored off that. They're not marking at all. Wait, has my passing gone to manual? Hello? This is tough. I tell you what, as I said, I wanted to play a game. He should score off of this. Wow, he's missed that. Yeah, I wanted to just play one game just to get a feel and an understanding of how the game plays. It definitely feels a lot slower. The pace of the game is considerably slower, and that's going to favour people that like to play possession-based FIFA. That's for sure. Passing feels way off. They've definitely changed passing. It's surprising to me again. Like, EA, I don't know if they will admit or not admit that they've changed passing, but something's changed in the way the players manoeuvre the ball. The way they pass the ball around the field. The angles that the passes come off at are different to the angles that they used to come off at. So they've 100% changed passing to a degree. What degree that is, we don't know, because they haven't told us. They haven't put it in patch notes. They haven't explained it to us. We just have to guess. As that Rui Costa finishing of dreams. But yeah, it feels different, the game, that's for sure. It definitely does feel a bit different. And that's surprising that, again, they've done a soft patch on things that they have changed without telling us. And as I say, it bothers me a lot. Apologies, I have to turn my video off there. It bothers me a lot, again, the lack of information from the patch notes. They tried it. Remember when they changed passing one time, and they oh, that should be a goal, yeah. And they said, you know, at this degree and that degree, and they gave a little bit of extra information. We don't have anything like that again. And again, I just want to know. I want to know when they say their attacking players will be less aggressive in pushing up the field, okay, so what does that change from? And what does that change to? How long does it last for? Like, I want to know a little bit more about how this affects the game. I don't want to know that they're just less aggressive, because just being less aggressive doesn't help me, nor does it benefit me. When we're talking about competitive FIFA and how to play this game, I want to know how the game actually goddamn works. I don't want to have to guess the random properties that EA have changed to the new random properties that EA have changed, because that's just not how the competitive gaming should work. In every other competitive esports, you have absolutely all of the information all of the time. It's just in FIFA that you don't have, and it's so surprising to me. Anyway, some comments. I wanted to do the same thing you did for squad battles, but this time for FUT Champs, and that is counting how much you make per minute, and you'll see that FUT Champs isn't as valuable as it looks like. You finish most of the time between Elite 3 and Elite 1, and although you finished Elite 1 2 or 3 times this year, which for me is exceptional, but anyway, let's attribute 30k per 100k pack and 70k per Team of the Week pack. I think that's reasonable. For Elite 3 you get 70k, 30k and 100k, and 70k for the Team of the Week pack. In 13 hours with 13k per hour, that's 216 coins per minute. Yeah, that's fair enough. If you finish Elite 1, you get 25k per hour, 416 points per minute. When you look at it in that detail, which I did for squad battles, when you look at the most efficient way to play this game in terms of coin making, I would agree that it is more efficient, 1,000,000%, to trade and find a good trading technique. It's probably even more efficient to trade, like you say, you're looking at, for finishing Elite 1, you're getting an average of 400 or so coins per minute. You can easily make 400 coins per minute. You can easily make 1,000 coins per minute. Like, realistically, if you find some good filters, you can make 1,000 coins per minute quite comfortably. Just sniping players. You could snipe players that are worth 2,000 coins for 1,400 coins, sell them for 2,000 coins, and after tax, you're making 400 coins. As long as you get 1 per minute, which is more than reasonable, you're going to be making more money on average, per average set of Elite 1/Elite 2/Elite 3 rewards than playing the game. The difference is, though, is that, first of all, I like to actually play the game. Also, I don't think you've taken match coins into consideration, which I think must be considered. I like to play the game. How boring would this be if we ended up with 0 games, because it's just more efficient to do everything but play the game. But it does speak volumes about how bad the reward structure is all over the place, when it is like legitimately more efficient to not play the game than it is to play the game. It speaks volumes about how bad this game is. Look at the way these players aren't locking onto balls. This should be a goal for me. There we go, that's a great finish. Funnily enough, again, talking about the passing, that pass that I made that landed at Modric's feet was made into De Bruyne. I put barely any power on it. We'll go and look at this goal after the game and look at the replay. I tried to aim this into De Bruyne. He's just left it, and Modric is there to finish it up and clean it up, which is a nice finish from Modric, don't get me wrong. Puts me back in the game, but it just wasn't what I was looking for out of the pass, and wasn't where I was really aiming. So now I shouldn't really be conceding from kickoff. Hey, if no kickoff goals are there, I'm happy with that. If we don't concede from kickoff anymore, it's going to be a good thing for me. It'd be interesting to see how it impacts me. Look at the ball control of these players and such. It's just so weird right now. I don't know if I like it, guys, honestly. It feels so slow and so heavy. Like, the way the touches of the ball are off all of these players. Look at the way Lacazette, just under no pressure. And again, whoever that was that had the ball for him there, under no pressure at all, these guys are absolutely losing full focus of the ball. That was my bad. That was a bad pass. I should have waited a little bit longer for that. But yeah, I can see. Look at that again. Valencia controlling the ball terribly. It's interesting, because I can see it for him. You know what I mean? It's happening for me too. But I can absolutely see his players just controlling the ball like horrendously. Again, I know I'm repeating myself. I apologise. When I do things live, it's just a little bit different. Let's try and get down this left-hand side here. Get the pass on the inside. Finally, a good bit of control from De Bruyne there. See, that ball was played into Gabriel Jesus, but it seemed like the ball actually went towards KDB there, which wasn't what I was looking for. I think since I've gone attacking, this guy seems to have lost his composure a little bit. He's thrown a few slide tackles in there. Oh, come on, you walked over that. He's got a good through ball on there if he wants it. It seems to have turned away. should be able to pick up the ball off of this. Oh, that's a great little touch there. Yeah, that was nice. Good save in the end. That was nice play though. Does anyone remember when FIFA was fun, wasn't based solely on rewards? Yeah, I do. I remember when FIFA used to be a lot of fun for me. To be fair, I still do enjoy FIFA a lot. It's just changed a little bit more. Leonardo Thomas says, "Hi Nep, can you please explain how you believe he was making 800k a week at the start of the game, please? Been watching from the start and I feel like it's more like 400, 500k a week with the occasional weeks being higher due to rewards. Not calling out or anything. Maybe I haven't considered all aspects per se and would love to hear your view. Keep up." Well, actually, I basically after like 6 weeks, I had like 5 million coins worth if I had liquidated the club, which meant I made about 800,000 coins per week. You basically, I was getting from the 45 matches from squad battles and the 40 matches from foot champs, I was picking up, 70 to 80,000 coins per week from that, like just from match coins. From bronze pack method, I was easily making 100,000 or more coins per week, depending on the week. You know, some weeks I'd make, oh, is that going to come to me? No. Some weeks I'd make 50,000 off a bronze pack method, and some weeks I would make as much as 300,000 from bronze pack method. It just depended on what was going on in bronze packs at that particular time. So I was making good coins from that. The rewards from squad battles alone, that was always well over 100,000 coins. Call KDB. Should have taken another touch. It was always well over 100,000 coins because I was getting a minimum of 65,000 coins per week from the rewards, sometimes up to, what was it, 85,000 for top 10. So I was getting that. And then from the packs, even if they weren't immediately amazing, you know, if there was no amazing players in them straight away, again, because of SBCs and stuff, some player values went up quite highly from time to time, and so we'd make always some good profit from those as well. Hold on, I'm trying to concentrate here. I knew I should have. Ooh. See, look at the way that ball run to Marcelo instead of to his player. That was pretty strange how that happened. KDB. Oh, that's a great tackle. That was a bad play from me. I should have kept running. I kind of read that. So then, also as you well know, other than week 1, I didn't once hit lower than Elite 3. So we was making 70,000 coins from Elite 3 every week. We was getting a Team of the Week pack every week, and we was getting a 100k pack every week minimum. And then, of course, some weeks we would get, look at that control, the way they control the ball. Look at the control of his defender there as well. This is crazy. Yeah, we were getting, that might be a goal there. We were getting, you know, hundreds of thousands from foot champs. Like I say, just from matches and rewards alone, I was making, like coin rewards alone, I was making over 100,000 coins from foot champs. And then from rewards as well, I was making around 100,000 minimum a week, depending on what I got in the specific. That was nice. He's actually got super lucky with that slide tackle. If I didn't do that, I thought he was going to press me, and so I did a roulette to try and get around the press of the tackle. I did not expect him to slide there, and so I did the skill move. There we go, nice. Yeah, so I was making like well in excess of. I was making on average 150,000 from squad battles, 200,000 from foot champs, and 100 to 200,000 from bronze pack method on marquee matchups day. So I was making at least 500,000 coins just in those instances. And then the extra 300,000 came from other SBCs, from division runs, from trading some weeks, you know, the 83s. I know one week I made about 300,000 coins from the 83 rated cards. I would, you know, I stocked up a whole bunch of them and ended up making some good profit off of that. So there was lots of reasons and methods that I was making coins from. And I just remember after, you know, some weeks obviously I made a lot more, because I remember one week I got some really big players from my inform packs, and I ended up making like 800, 900,000 just from them. I got Casemiro in one. I just basically got some like really good stuff. So I wasn't necessarily making 800,000 per week. It was just an average of 800,000 per week after like 6 or 7 weeks worth of playing the game. Maybe I'll go back and have a look at the coin totals and where I got that from, but that was where I got to and where I had it with. That's really bad of me to concede the possession there. Look at the way he controlled that ball. This game is super different, guys. The players seem incapable of controlling simple passes. Oh, how's that gone in? I'll take that. This guy was good. This guy, he's obviously a Division 1 winner as well. He's got I think that's the Division 1 kit. It might just be a random kit that isn't the Division 1 kit, but I believe that to be the Division 1 kit. But yeah, the way the players are controlling the ball right here, for me and for him, is terrible. It's like they seem like legitimately incapable to just hold possession of the ball. Good to get a win though, because I lost my first 2 Division 1 games, I believe. I was trying something with formations and custom tactics, and then I gave up because I was like, hey, the new patch is coming. I'm going to need to get, dress myself to a new patch. But we ended up winning the game 3-1. A couple of late goals there to win the game. I felt like my opponent lost his composure a little bit after I had scored the first goal at 1-1. I want to show that first goal as well. This Luka Modric goal. I want to show where I aimed the pass with Gabriel Jesus. Okay, so that's where I let go of the... that's where I let go of... Wait, can I not get a bit further out here? I want like the dynamic camera, but I want to be a bit further out. Well, I guess not. Yeah, see, that's obviously where I let go of it. But for me, that was just a hard pass into... I mean, you can see it's running into De Bruyne's like circle, like his hitbox. How the game sees that to Modric, I don't know. But De Bruyne just runs away from that and it falls straight to Modric and then it's a nice finish. But yeah, I absolutely didn't aim that pass there at all. And De Bruyne seems disinterested. There, if I let go of it there, I guess it goes to De Bruyne. The game, at this point, the game sees De Bruyne as the favoured player. Because he's got the white around the circle instead of a dark circle. But a little bit more power on that and it saw Modric as the favoured player. Now, it turned out to be a sensational pass and I scored from it and it helped me get back into the game. But what's interesting is, I didn't make that pass. That's not what I thought was going to happen. So the passing is definitely a little different here. My pass accuracy was still quite high at 88%. But the passing felt a little different. How does he score? I don't even remember how he scores. Yeah, that was a nice ball. How was my second goal? Second goal was from Jesus. This was a nice run from Dani Alves here. Cuts on the outside, slides it into Jesus. Beautiful little finish there. Very nice indeed. And then 90th minute. I don't know how Alessandrini got this in the back of the net. Let's have a look at the power on this. Yeah, see, the power on that's good to De Bruyne. Passes inside to Alessandrini. I mean, Schmeichel should be saving that, right? I think this is why people don't like Schmeichel. Look at that. Does it take a deflection? Does it take a deflection? No. I mean, it does. It takes the deflection off of Schmeichel's knee. But he should be saving that. I literally couldn't believe that went in. I'll take the 3-1 win though. Nice victory there. Like I said, I've got to win 8 on the bounce to win this title. I probably won't. This is probably the second time that I don't win the Division 1 title. And that felt strange. That game, it did not feel very... I'd be honest, I'll tell you how it felt like. It felt like I was playing with a standard gold team. With like players that don't have the ability to pass and don't control the ball properly. It reminds me of the start of FIFA. When we were playing with, those 80 and 81 and 82 rated low-end cards. That you would expect those kind of touches from. I didn't feel like I was playing with a good team with good touches there. I have to play a few Division 1 runs through over the next day or two to get used to this. Just to make sure that when I go into Foot Champs this weekend, that I'm not struggling. But no kickoff goals were scored, so that's a bonus, that's a positive. As I say, guys, this patch, for me, raised more questions than it has answers. And I hope one day we get an explanation and a response from EA. I don't think today is going to be that day. This is going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.